And we've got some highlights here. So the first one that I'm going to chuck up here, and Courtney, you might want to close the eyes here. It was a big win. It was a big win for the Thunder. Rob Hasselhurst, who is just having another phenomenal season for the Perth Thunder, came up huge, got in front of the net, just redirected, tipped it, whatever you want to call it, and got the win for the Thunder.
Saka battle up against the boards. Burno and Drolle combining. Berard kept in the zone. Hazelhurst behind the net finds Bro on the right-hand side near the North Stars bench. Bro, you can almost hear a pin drop at the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. Bro fires, tapped in. Hazelhurst, game over. Perth Thunder. There's another thunderstorm in the building.
Unfortunately, deflections like that are very hard for goalies to cover and then protect. And just a well-played shot and a well-placed deflection.
So Rob Hazelhurst looking at the replay, Courtney.
Yeah, it looks like it just comes through to the feet. Rob finds it, and it's just the back. This angle might make it a little bit easier to see. He's right in Charlie's face.
Right place, right time.
Can hear the sadness in my voice.
I do love those sort of goals. Just the hand-eye coordination. It's 15 points from 14 games now this season for Rob. Just playing well again for the Thunder.
Yeah, he's had a great year, and that role he plays on the power play for Perth is for me like that guy right in the front of the net. So important, and you see across the league guys playing it, but he's been doing it for a long time now.
Just at the end of that game, I interviewed Jamie Woodman just about the game overall, and I asked him about Rob Hazelhurst. So I just want to read out what he said because it really complements how Rob ended that game. And Jamie said, "I love Rob. He's an absolute hero. Sets the tone for our team energy-wise. When he's buzzing, the whole team is flying. So good to have him playing well. It drives us up to another level." And it just shows in that game. He just when he got that deflection, got it past Charlie, the celebration, and how quick his team came in to celebrate with him.
We've got Natasha Denton in the chat. Oh, my heart again. I can't deal with Thunder's close games. I was seriously stressed out over that game versus the Stars and Andrew John Eagle, Hazelhurst with the DIY job. And we have Natasha as well back in the comments. Woody is such a great captain for Perth. Love the guy. They are rolling the Perth Thunder, having a very good season. The game that you mentioned earlier that you really enjoyed, Courtney, was the Lightning and the Ice Dogs. And the Ice Dogs did get up. And Cameron Todd, there was a little bit of controversy with this goal at the end. People were calling for goalie interference, but Cameron Todd did get the winner.
On the ice, Dick and Todd. Todd to McDonald. McDonald getting pressure, takes the shot, hits the post, and shoveled in by the Ice Dogs.
Wow. There's a lot of concern by the Lightning about some goaltender interference there. That went off the crossbar and popped back out, and then the puck was put in by the Ice Dogs player off the rebound. So
there's a penalty call.
And here's the goal again. You'll see here it goes up off the crossbar, bounces back out, and standing there is the body in front of, that is Todd. Number 94, Todd, able to put it in. Meager, unhappy, feels that he couldn't properly.
So it's a big goal for Cameron Todd. 4 points for the night, 2 goals, 2 assists. The Lightning did score. Mitchell Dick scored with just under 2 minutes to go to force the overtime. But the Ice Dogs get a massive win. And just another one of those goals on the doorstep.
Look, I think the refs made the right call. I actually, watching the replay of that, I rewound it at least 4 times to watch it over and over. And while the player, you can see that he is quite close to, like, the angle's tricky to know exactly where in the crease he was, but you can also see there's a lot of room for the Lightning goalie to have moved across, but he's just caught unawares of where the puck had bounced out, and that's where the Ice Dogs capitalised. So I think from my angle, good call by the officials, but just heartbreaking for the Lightning. I know, North Stars have been on that end of it where that awkward bounce and the other team gets it. But it was quite a win for the Ice Dogs. And having spoken to Coach Quisler quite a few times this season, that's the kind of game that he would have been liking to have seen them win a few times in previous rounds, that they were just losing right on the cusp and right at the end. And now they've turned that around and getting it in the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. I think watching the Ice Dogs has been a little bit frustrating this year because for 50, 55 minutes in games, they've been really good. And then there's that short periods where they'll let in 2 or 3 goals, sort of one after the other. That's really hurt them. So it was nice to see them sort of hang on. Lightning pushed hard and came back a bit in the third, but to see the Dogs hang on and get 2 points at least was really good.
And Sean agrees with you, Courtney. Always a goal. It was a massive win for the Ice Dogs to get. I do agree. I think it was a goal as well, and it's a big, big win for the Ice Dogs, who have obviously sitting bottom of the standings, and wins have been hard to come by. The other big result from the weekend was obviously we talked about, and we will get right into it as well. In our next segment was the overtime winner from Brody Lindahl against the Melbourne Ice, his former team. Electric atmosphere and a really, really good goal.
Bears maintain possession, and now here comes Lander. It's a potential 2-on-1. Lander passes, fired. It's a goal. Brody Lindahl has scored the game winner against his former team to win in overtime, 7-6.
Piece of play from Hayashi to start that off. He was the first to come on for that line change, and he just took it behind the back of his net just to wait for that full line change, get some fresh legs out there before making that pass. Look how Landa's just so patient with it, and then passing it to Lindahl to just score on that back door. Wide open net for him. Way to go, Bears.
What a play by Thomas Lander. Using his speed, the native of Kladno Chechia really burned his man on the outside against the wall.
So a good call from GG. He got right into that result, 7-6. I loved it. But the thing I love about that goal, the finish from Brody is really good finish. But Lander winning it on the defensive blue line and just burning past the Ice player. Like when you're in overtime, the legs are obviously a little bit heavier. You've been out on the ice for a while, but able to just dig in and put the jets on and burn past the Ice player to get that position and get the pass. I love that.
Oh, he's dangerous. That's all I can say. Lander is dangerous.
Yeah, wherever you find him. And honestly, I love the symbolism a little bit in it too. Like you've got, how old's Tommy Lander these days? So late 30s, very late 30s. And Brody Lindahl's 18. Sort of that generational sort of passing the torch with the Bears. I think it's something for Bears fans to get really excited about too.
Andrew John Egan's in the chat, and he's an Ice fan, so I'm guessing it's because it's Brody. Scored a game-winning goal. Watch the Sally. Should have been recalled as a result. Could be a bit of a salty Ice fan there for Andrew. Natasha, the Sally was awesome. I totally thought he was going to face plant. Sean O'Connor, the echo in GG's call makes it seem even bigger. And GG is in the chat. Important to note that the Bears had 2 import spots open against the Ice, which you would expect will be filled shortly. Would love to see a full import complement on both sides once those imports arrive and Erdogan returns from suspension. That is a good call from GG. If those 2 teams are at full strength with full complement of imports to pick from and everyone's healthy, those games, no matter what ice rink you're at, Macquarie or O'Brien, they'll be unbelievable.
I just did a quick search on elite prospects. Thomas Lander's actually 40, so
very late 30s.
Sharing that knowledge with the next generation, it's such an important part of the important part of the game to see as they go. And I know I've spoken to Bert Malloy in the Rhinos. That's a big part of his love for the Rhinos at the moment, is he's able to be in there and help that next generation of that team and that club grow into the AIHL. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep, still getting it done. Sean O'Connor, same with the Brave GGs, still have 1 to 2 import spaces open. So it will be interesting once these teams fill out their import spots completely as we head towards finals. That's all we got for the highlights.